Chatham House in London hosted the meeting, addressed by the Arab League Secretary-General. Despite little progress on the Middle East following the Annapolis talks, the Arab League is keen to see an elected government installed in Palestine.
We are determined to ensure the election of the consensus Lebanese candidate for the presidential seat. This is an urgent requirement for the stability of Lebanon. It is also essential to ensure the formation of a national unity government immediately following the election of the president. Needless to say that the relations between Syria and Lebanon should be equally tackled and in parallel with the efforts to select the president and install the government.
On Iraq, he wants to see internal conflicts resolved to bring about long-term stability.
As for we are all losers if we permit the extremely fragile situation in Iraq to continue to prevail and even to worsen. We are all obliged to help each other and help Iraq and the Iraqis to move on and build the new Iraq that we all long for. This will not materialize except through a true process of reconciliation between the different factions, religious, sectarian, ethnic, geographic and communal. The Iraqis should realize that it is in their interest, best interest, to achieve reconciliation as a sine qua non for a new, stable Iraq.
He then turned to the situation in Darfur and called on rebels and Sudan's neighbours to help negotiate a lasting peace.
In Darfur, we are racing against time. The United Nations hybrid force needs to be positioned very rapidly. And this is a call on the United Nations to do so. Also, the Abuja Agreement must be put into full implementation through the convening of all Darfurian People Conference. Economic development plans have to be put into immediate implementation. On the other hand, relations of confidence have to be nurtured between Sudan and its neighbors. The rebels in Darfur should be told to get back to the negotiating table and negotiate in good faith.
The Secretary-General also outlined EU plans for the launch of the Mediterranean Union.
The European Union has reflected its explicit intention to pragmatically strengthen relations and ties between the two shores of the Mediterranean. The Union for the Mediterranean, we are told, is to be launched soon at a special summit in Paris, where the original Barcelona Declaration will be enhanced, perhaps amended, to transfer the relations between the two sides of the Mediterranean into a more equitable ground based on stronger interaction between them.
The Arab League is now proposing the inclusion of other non-Mediterranean southern states in a wider forum to ensure cooperation, security and stability.